Hey guys, Dara here and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. So lately I've only been doing Sunday vlogs, but I want to try and see if I can make this week-long vlog. It is currently 6 p.m. I just got off work and I have 3 books that I'm in the middle of. The first one is After the Fire. I'll leave a picture right up there. It's an ebook that I started reading last month. Didn't quite finish it and I'm not too worried about it because it wasn't part of my TBR. The next one I'm currently reading is I'm Not Dying With You Tonight by Kimberly Jones and Jelly Siegel. I am about halfway done with it. This is the YA book club pick for Barnes & Noble, and the meeting will take place September 12th at 7 p.m. I have words to say about this, and I'm gonna start off by saying that I understand the message that is trying to portray, and I feel like it's a very important message. I feel like this is a story we all need to read. It has to deal with all the things that's going on in our society. That being said, one of the main characters is Lena. The only thing I don't like about Lena is that she's the stereotyped high schooler who cares more about her boyfriend than anything else. So here we have Lena, who's one of the main characters, with the other main character named Campbell. The topic is the boyfriend. Lena has fallen in love with this person who believes he's gonna be a rapper. Like, his music is jam and he's gonna make it big. Lena, in the back of her mind, she knows that he's no good for her. But it's the lovesick teenage love we have going on, where Lena is in love with him and she will do anything to keep him. And that is something I am not really liking, because in the middle of all this chaos that is going on, she is putting Campbell in danger just so she could go to her boyfriend. That is the only thing that has been bothering me. It's really going to take some major points down because of that boyfriend thing. And during this whole chaos, she calls him up. It's like, hey, come pick me up, you know, I'm scared. And he's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm here with my friends, we're gonna get tattoos, we're kind of busy, and a friend of mine will give you a ride home and you just have to come to me. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? It's just that one thing that I don't like about the story. Other than that, I feel like this is a very important topic we need to read about. And the other one I'm in the middle of, All of This Is True by Ligia de Peñaflor. This is written in kind of a Daisy Jones style. If you've read Daisy Jones, then you know what I mean when I say it's written in that style. Though I would say Daisy Jones is written in this kind of style because All of This Is True came out first and then Daisy Jones came out this year. In this book, we follow 3 teenagers who befriend the author of their favorite book called Undertow. Now, what I'm gathering from what's been going on is that the author befriended these teenage girls, but I think the author had this plan to befriend them and write about their story. The author writes a book, moves out of town, and she just drops the teenage girls as friends. And this new book that the author wrote is very similar to the lives of 2 of the teenagers in this book. So it's very confusing because it's a book within a book. Hopefully later on I'll be able to talk about it more and not try and confuse you guys. But so far I am very enjoying this one. It gives me that Daisy Jones vibes. Like, the way it's written is a TV show is interviewing these teenage girls and it's just fantastic. I love it. I think I'm going to very much enjoy this. And the other one that I told you about at the beginning, After the Fire, it has to deal more with a cult. So the main character in this story, I believe her name is Moonbeam. The story starts right away with the compound that she's living in is burning down and the government has infiltrated the compound. I'm not sure how they came about. I hope we figure that out as the story progresses. We have this fighting going on between the cult members and the government. The way this book is written is kind of in a diary style. We have the main character who's being interviewed by the psychologist, and it's so interesting to read because we get to see how the main character really thinks in that cult style and how hard it is for her to trust outsiders. Now, After the Fire, I have no plans on finishing at all this week. It's not very much a priority. I tend to read it more while I'm at work, at my lunch and stuff like that. I don't know when I'll finish that, but a book that I really do want to finish today is I'm Not Dying With You Tonight and get a huge chunk of this done today. Those are my thoughts so far on both of those books, or 3 books that I talked about. I do have a very early 6 a.m. shift tomorrow, so hopefully when I get off work, I have energy energy to read and to film because I accidentally didn't film last week because I was just so excited with my hair. So anyways, I think that's it. So I'm just gonna read this and I'll check up with you guys when I finish it. Good morning, you guys. Sorry that I'm whispering. It's just that people in this house are still asleep. It is currently 5:38. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. I have a very early shift today at Barnes & Noble. We're doing a whole changeover because book haul is over, so we're putting things back where they're supposed to be. Though I'll tell you something, waking up at 4 wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, mostly because my body's already used to waking up at 6. It's just 2 hours earlier, so I think that has something to do with that. Still dark outside. Do you see that? Sorry I didn't update you guys last night. As soon as I finished the book, I actually headed off to sleep because, again, had to be up at 4 a.m. I finished the book, and first things first, it really was a good story. I liked it, I enjoyed it, and it really did shed light in all the things that's going on in our society right now. There's so many things that I've never thought of that actually made me think like, oh, one part where Lena is explaining something to Campbell. I'm not gonna go in depth as to what it is. Lena told Campbell that the news reporters only showed up when there was rioting happening. Most of the time, that's what the media does. They never arrive when they first start protesting peacefully. I kept trying to remember a time where I saw that. I can't think of a circumstance when that happened, and it really rung true. And it bugs me that the media does that because they're trying to portray something that's entirely not true. It's awful that the media thinks they can get away with that. Other than that, my only issue was still the boyfriend and Lena. But I guess it kind of got better, after I put it down. If I had picked this book up on my own, I would have definitely DNF'd it for that reason. I wouldn't have continued no matter what, which really taught me a lesson that I should continue reading no matter what. So maybe from now on, I will try not to DNF books. That's the goal. Overall, I gave this book an 83%. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It really rung true with so many things. The message was fantastic, and other than Lena and her boyfriend, everything else was amazing. The characters were great. It's already 5:42. Gotta get going, and hopefully when I get off work I have enough energy to continue reading All of This Is True by Ligia de Peñaflor. I didn't get to read anything of that book yesterday, so hopefully I get to read a huge chunk of it today, or maybe even finish it. I have nothing else to do but read. So Mom and I are going out to eat, and Becca, this is proof that I actually did scream in the car. Mom, what did I do when she sent me the text?
Screaming too loud.
And Mom's like, what? What's going on? Did I scare you?
You scare me. I say, oh my God, what I do?
I literally screamed in the car when you said that Jay.
My ears hurt now too.
When you said Jay Kristoff walked into the restaurant. That is awesome, and I am so jealous of you guys right now. And Ryan, by the way, loves the eating face. Hey guys, so it is already about like 3 in the afternoon. I just got home. I finished All of This Is True by Ligia de Peñaflor. I actually finished this morning, but I am just letting you guys know right now. I did not expect the story to go the way that it did, and it was very sad. There was this one chapter at the end, I think it was the second to last chapter, where I was like, no. But other than that, I really like how Ligia built these characters. Like, I had a set mindset of who they were from the very beginning, and nobody could change my mind until maybe halfway through the book. I was like, okay, are they really like that though? Like, is that really who they are? Were their intentions bad? Did they mean it in a bad way? Were they really trying to lie? Like, I like how she makes you think about these characters. So this story is very character driven. That's all I can say, because if I say anything else I might spoil it for you guys, and I don't want you guys to be spoiled. So I gave it, I believe, an 86%. I'd have to check Goodreads, and that's about 4 stars or 3.5 star in the star rating system. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I'm really glad I read it. It was one of my most wanted to read books since they came out in 2018. I'm very excited that I finally got the chance. The plans for the rest of the day, I just filmed my September TBR. I wanted to edit edit it, but I'm not in the editing mood. I don't know why, but I just want to relax a little bit, and I feel like if I edit something right now, I may just discard the whole thing. I do for a fact know that I filmed this TBR video and the footage is fine. I did everything I usually do and I took my time. I did everything, so the footage is fine. It's just my mindset is not ready to edit it, so I'll probably end up editing tomorrow. Hopefully the video is up by Friday. So that being said, so the plan for today is to start reading There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rose Poole. I don't feel like doing it right now. I haven't played The Sims in a while, but for some reason I want to play The Sims now. So I'll probably play a little bit of The Sims before I start reading. For those who don't know, I'm actually attempting the 100 baby challenge on The Sims. So far I think I'm at maybe 40-50 kids, almost halfway there. I'm on my second matriarch. I haven't played The Sims for a while, which really bugs me, but I've been very busy with reading, editing, working both jobs, so there's hasn't been a lot of time to actually play The Sims. I feel like today I do have enough downtime to play at least 2 hours worth of Sims. So that's the plan. I'm gonna play some Sims and then I'm gonna read. It's not morning, and that is not my tagline. So today is a Thursday, and I believe it's about 3 in the afternoon. I didn't update you guys yesterday because it was late, I was tired, and I just wanted some sleep. Like I told you guys yesterday, I finished All of This Is True by Ligia de Peñaflor, and then I read 56 pages of There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rose Poole. That being said, I think I was all read out yesterday. Even though I said I wasn't going to start editing the video, I did, and I didn't like the footage. I've decided that this week, as you guys will notice, there won't be a video, but next week you guys will be getting this video. So anyways, that is the plan for right now. As you guys saw, I'm currently playing a little bit of The Sims because I feel like I just need to unwind. I haven't read any of this today, but I brought it down just in case I get tired of playing The Sims and I just want to read. So far it's okay. It's a little bit confusing because the magic system in this world is kind of weird. They call it the grace or being graced. So it's taking me a little bit to get the lingo of this story. Another thing that could be is that I've been in such a contemporary kick lately that diving into a high fantasy book is making my brain be like, overload, shut down. I've been in such a contemporary kick, and I've also been just listening to audiobooks constantly because that's the only way I can read things right now since I've been really busy. But this week I've had a lot of downtime, so I actually have the time to sit down, open up a book, and read it physically, and not force myself to read books that I don't want to read because then I'm not going to end up liking them. I'm not going to read right now. I'm going to actually play a little bit more of The Sims, and once I get bored of playing The Sims, I'll end up reading again. Good morning, you guys. I'm not sure if it's morning. Nope, it's already afternoon. So it's about 12 in the afternoon. I'm actually about to have some lunch right now. So because I have blue hair now, blue hair is high maintenance, and I only wash my hair once a week now. It used to be twice a week when I had my normal brown hair. To keep the color in, I use a blue shampoo. I have more steps that I need to do to keep my hair healthy. Like I have a hair mask. I also have another hair mask that goes before I do a shampoo, so I alternate between those every time I wash my hair. So one of the hair masks I leave on for an hour, another one I leave in for about 10-15 minutes. The one I did today I actually left on for an hour. It's just high maintenance, but I absolutely love it. I adore my hair. Wouldn't change it. Would do it all over again. That being said, I haven't read anything today. It is read a book day. Of course, today I have off, so I'm gonna spend my entire day reading and switching off from playing The Sims. I'm having trouble getting into There Will Come a Darkness, and it's one of the books I was most excited to read this month, and I'm hoping that that will go away as I get into it. I think I said yesterday, you know, having been reading only contemporary and been listening to audiobooks and now physically opening a book and reading it, and it being a high fantasy, it's kind of tripping me up. So hopefully it goes away as I keep reading There Will Come a Darkness. Another book that I started reading yesterday was actually With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, and I'm absolutely loving it. The recipes and the way they describe food, it just makes me want to eat everything. So I'm very much enjoying that one. That being said, I will check up with you guys later in the day to let you know how my reading went. Well, today has just been a day. So I know I said I was gonna read a book. I've only read actually a couple of chapters of After the Fire by Will Hill, and it's getting really good. I'm actually very much enjoying it. It's written in kind of a stream of consciousness, kind of like diary entries. It reminds me very much of Stolen. After the Fire is about a girl who used to live in a compound, and the way the book started is the compound was being attacked by the government. I don't know whether the government was there to rescue some of the kids or they were there to just attack because they knew something was wrong with the compound. I'm not sure why they ended up doing that. I don't know if the events are inspired by Waco. There was an attack, there was a fire, and this girl is now being counseled to work through her emotions, to work through what she's lived through, and to also get to the bottom of what exactly happened in the compound. And it's kind of written in before and after. So we have after the fire and then we have before the fire, but the before sections are kind of things that she's telling her therapist that happened in the compound. But it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm only about maybe 15-20% in. I'm reading it through ebook and it is borrowed from my library, and that's it. That's all I've read today. When I first started reading, I was on page 110 and now I'm on page 160 something, so I didn't get much reading today, which is sad because today is read a book day. Sorry there's not a lot of good lighting. There's only one lamp over there and I was too lazy to get off the couch to turn on that light over there. I've spent most of my day playing The Sims. I know I'm getting into the habit of doing that, which I really don't want to, because if I go down the Sim spiral, I'm not gonna come out. I probably won't update you guys anymore today, so I'm gonna call it a night and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. So it is Sunday and it's gloomy, it's raining, perfect reading weather, but my eyes hurt. I'm a little tired. For the first time ever in like a long time, I stayed up until 2, almost 3 in the morning. And that was because I was almost done with it, so I had the determination to finish it before I went to sleep. So the book I finished last night, or this morning, was After the Fire by Will Hill. We follow a teenage girl who used to live in a bar-fenced community. I don't want to call it compound because I'm not very sure about the terminology because I don't want to offend anybody. It was a very religious group, and one day her life is turned upside down when the government comes in and there's like shots being fired and chaos is breaking loose everywhere, and the only survivors are her and other kids. So we follow her as she's being not transformed but unbrainwashed, if that's a word. A lot of secrets come to light, and including a lot of secrets she had. I did figure out what her secret was. Like, I even got to 10% in the story. She did have another secret that I never thought of, and it was a secret that caught me off guard, but in all fairness, I should have seen it coming if that's what she was trying to hide. I really liked the story. I liked how the doctors were portrayed. I like how her therapy sessions went sometimes. Other times I did feel like the therapist was egging her to talk about things she didn't want to talk about before she was ready. I mean, there's a couple of times where she's like, no, I don't want to talk about it, but I have to. I don't know whether that was her own free will or whether she felt like she needed to tell him because that's what he was expecting to hear. But other than that, I gave it a 94%. Really enjoyed it. It was a fast read for being almost 600 pages long. So that makes 3 books that I finished this week. Or no, I guess I finished 2 books last week and this is the first book for this week. So 3 books I've finished so far in the month of September, and we're only about 8 days in, which is very good for me since I typically tend to finish at least 1 book a week, or finish 1 book and finish the week off being halfway done through one. This is the end for my week-long reading vlog, and next time I see you, it'll be for my next reading vlog week. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of my face, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!